Okay. Hey there. I had to try to redo the lighting on this Samsung Galaxy Pad because it goes from really light to really dark. On my iPad or iPod, I think the lighting adjusts. I don't know. Anyway, been kind of bored today. Done the hangout and I wasn't really too pleased with it because I was trying to do it where I was talking about altars, because I wanted to get into talking about everybody's altars and different functions of the altar system. That's why I had the slideshow and things like that, so it would be like a theme. So maybe we have too many hangouts. I don't know, just something for me to do and some fun thing. But I'm thinking now that I'm gonna take a break. I feel the need to take a break from it. I need to focus on other things. Because to lie about how I feel would be totally wrong. So I feel I don't feel better when I leave a group. I feel worse. And I should feel better, or like I've accomplished something, or like I'm empowered, but I don't. I feel depressed or lonely or negative, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like I have friends and people I can share things with, and we're all interested in things. I don't know. I miss Carolyn. I think my thing is I need to get a job, and I need to be doing something with my life to help people out in the public, talking and interacting and sitting down with people and all those different kinds of things. I guess I'm just depressed. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because I need to feel like I'm doing something to help people, and like it's helping me too, and I don't feel like I'm being helped. I don't feel like I'm getting anything out or expressing anything, or anybody's hearing anything that I'm saying. That was a lot to get out. I think that's it. Boundaries. I have no freaking boundaries. I have a hard time being assertive and saying, hey, this is the way it is. These are my boundaries, and it's my time to express. It's my time to say something now. But I feel invisible sometimes. I'm listening to everybody, and I'm trying to help them and trying to give them advice and asking questions and all those things. But I'd like a chance for help too, and a chance to say some of my story. It's hard to speak up without feeling like I'm butting in or being forceful or, anything like that. So I just sit there. Especially I don't even, when it comes to Tom coming in there and everybody has any questions, or anybody else, it's like I don't assert myself enough to ask a question. And when I do, I feel like I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe it's my social anxiety. Who knows? Who cares? But I just know that I battled with this voices coming out and trying to communicate with myself for a long time. And all that I've talked to is this freaking video camera. I've made lots of videos for years, for like 5 years, going on 6 years now, back and forth. And I had went through so many different changes. And I had never posted really anything. I've never really posted anything. These were videos of me talking to myself. Some of them I burnt on disc, so I could look back on them later. And I wrote in journals and all those different things. Fate, Leslie, all the crap. I'm even going to burn some of them so I can move on from some of the shit that I had went through. Because this is now. But I really don't think that. I just think that I should take a break because it's obviously depressing me. And everybody's doing the best they can, and this is the best I can do. I don't feel like a leader of a group. I don't feel like anything. Or a person that it's hard to get out there and make friends. It's easier to just be in this bedroom. Not literally in this bedroom, but in this house and in the comfort zone of the people closest to me. This complex and being in my own comfort zone. Call it what you will, social anxiety, whatever, but through my use of astrology, I've come to find out that it's hard to be a Scorpio rising, especially around other people, because they either like you or they don't. And I think that's why I have this social anxiety, because I throw off some big presence that I'm not even aware of. Either that or I'm invisible from Neptune from my first house. And I tried to assert myself. And people can think, oh, astrology is bullshit, crazy. Why are you always talking about astrology? And so on and so forth. Because it's something I like to do, and if you don't freaking like it, then you don't have to freaking be around me or look at astrology crap or worry about it. It has helped me become more self-aware and get to know myself better. So, I just want to be part of something, and I'm part of something where I'm at. Maybe it's just me feeling sorry for myself, but it really hurts. I hadn't really talked to anybody, any of my parts, for a long while. I need to do that. I made that PowerPoint slide. I think I was going to put it on a YouTube video, but then I don't know if I am now or not. Who knows? I'm just going to wait and see. There's lots of different things that I can do. You can have dissociative identity disorder and be happy and positive and all those things. Or maybe I'm just blended and I'm just becoming more of myself and being integrated or whatever they say. But maybe that's just my perception of my reality. And I don't have to run and hide anymore from anybody. So I can take care of myself right here. And all of me can be all of myself. If that makes any sense. I don't want to run from myself. I don't want to hide from myself. I like to face myself and talk and try to work through things. How does anyone grow if you don't do those things? Another thing is them freaking hangouts make me not only depressed sometimes, but they also make me change a lot. And I've been a lot more forgetful and losing things and all that stuff because I have a lot of stuff to do. I just think there's too many hangouts, but I've always said that, but anybody can do whatever they want to do. It's their life and it's their channel and it's their shit. So This is just me getting ready for bed and trying to say how I feel about some things. Nobody was really talkative tonight. I really didn't know what to do, what to say. That's why I came up with some theme, because what more can you talk about? That you haven't already talked about. I don't know. You can just talk about all kinds of different things going on in the world, but then there's no need for me to have a life. I don't know, I'm going through some shit. I personally I personally think it's a transit. So I'm not even talking right now. I think it's the transit. I got Pluto transiting my second house. No, my third house. Pluto's transiting my third house. It's not my second house. And my communication. I've got a lot of shit going on in my Mars. And my 8th house too, with the Gemini shit. Mars, Mercury, and the Sun are all transiting my 8th house. So it's no wonder why I'm... Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Taking a break. And this whole thing, Marvin hadn't really apologized to me or said anything to me about putting my name out there and saying anything on the video. And I know everybody wants to skim over shit, but really, we want to forget about it, we want to move on, and I want to forget about it and move on about the whole Carolyn shit, but if you don't deal with shit head on, face to face, then, and the more, if you don't deal with it head on, I'm getting ahead of myself here, and you keep on covering it up, and covering it up, and covering it up, all the shit's gonna spill over, and it's gonna be a big freaking mess. You know, just spill all the bullshit out. Let it all out. Deal with it head on. And it's going to transform into something new. Otherwise, you're just going to leave it fester and fester and fester, and it's never going to be... You're just going to be underneath all them pretty little rainbows and unicorns that we covered it up with just to move on and be happy. Shit's still there. The only way that you're going to deal with it and be happy and peaceful is by actually meeting the adversity and the truth and the person head on to do the work. Relationships are work. Talking about being truthful, Marvin has not went to even one of my hangouts. That makes me feel like crap. I went to everybody's hangouts. I don't know what the problem is with me, but I'm dealing with the bullshit right now by saying it. It seemed to work with my mom, so I'm saying it to everybody else now. It's better to get things out than it is to leave them inside yourself, letting them fester, because how can you heal if you leave shit inside? People preach and preach and preach and preach about being positive, about all these different spiritual shit that goes on, about all these different methods of doing this, that, or the other. There's my aunt's done a lot of them, but doing cards and lighting candles and doing different things that's going to make you, if you light a candle, it's going to make you. Here's one. If you light a candle, a green candle, and say money, 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 and chant some special thing, it's going to make you be rich or get money. Or turn around in several circles using them rods or whatever the hell they are a certain way to make you go to a higher vibration. Everybody has their own thing. But I think that, personally, that is bullcrap. Those things that people say. Maybe not for them at the time, but what the thing that makes those things work for them is not the actual act of doing those things. It's the belief that they have in themselves and in the power of positivity and faith that allows those things to happen. It ain't some certain way that you do it, because I don't believe there's a right way or the wrong way to do it. I just believe it's different people's perceptions of doing those things. All these people write these books, and they all have basically saying the same thing. So how many times can you say the same thing in different words? And it even holds true in astrology. I'm going to be saying the same thing in different words. But it's what a person feels in their passion about something. The things and the gifts that they're supposed to be doing in life. I guess I'm mumbling on because I really don't know what I'm talking about, but in a sense I do. I have a knowing, I've always had a knowing deep down inside where all this knowledge comes from. Each one of us has an inner voice, and all of our knowledge and the stuff that we get and our ability to talk to God and Jesus and spirit guides and whoever, loved ones, is in here. You don't gotta go through some kind of channel and chant some kind of thing, or do voodoo, or go in a coffin and go in some coffin and receive some to receive some packet of information, or receive a packet of information from Ashtar Command, or any of those things. That, I believe, would be evil spirits would have you do that, not God, not Jesus, because they're within you. That's within you. I'm not going to have you do tricks and somersaults and everything. All you got to do is sit down with yourself and still your mind and listen to that quiet voice inside of you and pray and talk to God, to Jesus, to your spirit guides, to whomever, one of those loved ones that crossed over. And conversations with God is nothing more than that. The Neil Donald Walsh, or Jerry and Esther Hicks, or Shirley MacLaine, or whomever, is nothing more than that. You know, I mean, do your own meditation. Find your own guide. And go within and have your own conversations. But a gift is to not be used for money like that. A gift from God. When you're receiving messages from God, I believe wholeheartedly that you're supposed to spread that without asking for money. It's a direct message from God. You're talking to God. You're communicating. And if you get money, you're supposed to share it. Humanitarian, charity, donate, if it's from that. Okay, yeah, you have a gift for painting, or you have a gift for poetry, or whatever, you could say. That was a gift from God. But it's not the same thing to me as getting direct messages and doing psychic things and all that stuff, because you're taking something and you could be manipulating the messages around, and you could be getting money and then going and using it for your own purposes instead of what people should be doing or could be doing. I won't say should be doing, I won't say could be doing, because we all have a choice. That's what this life is about, to choose good or evil, because we have this inside of us. Ego, or the higher self. I don't even know how I got to this conversation, but this is how it is. Anyway, I guess I'll get back to this conversation later. I'm going to go to bed. I've been talking for 30 minutes, but I will not be doing some hangouts for a while unless it's the astrology. So, or maybe some spiritual ones. But the DID hangouts I will not be doing for a while. Okay? Peace out. Love to all. Going to bed. Bye-bye.